Also, whoever my husband is, grow him, help him currently wherever he's at to lead him to me. So yeah.
And I do like that because I think with crossing into middle age era of life, that was a big switch. Earlier on in life, it was, okay, I need somebody else. I don't want, somebody else needs to be in my life. But as I got into middle age, it was like, wait a minute, retirement's going to come sooner than you think. So my focus it shifted, So I made some real huge changes in my life over the last 2 years to get to where I want to be. So my mentality and my focus has shifted. So being married and having someone is not as big of an issue for me now as figuring out how am I going to be able to retire when the time comes. So.
There's a guy that has a video on TikTok called The Confidence is Gonna Carry You, all right? So the guy says, instead of saying to a girl, you have plans tonight, ? He says, what time am I picking you up? He says, instead of asking, are you hungry? He said, where are we about to eat at? And then she said, yes. And then instead of saying, can I come over? He said, what time am I pulling up? So, okay, I'm hearing some reactions in the audience. So what do you feel about that from a guy's position of, is that the way we should approach things? Should we have that confidence in approaching women?
First, I do want to say that there's a difference between confidence and being aggressive with your approach. There's a lot of dynamics to that. There are some places, some cultures in which that would work. There are others in which it will not. And I think as we progress 2024 and beyond in the United States of America, that becomes more dangerous to do in most perspectives. In some cultures, that's expected. Like, for example, when I taught 7th grade in Polk County, my personality is so calm that it made the girls uncomfortable because they've never been around a male figure that was as calm as I was. So I imagine in that atmosphere, if a guy's trying to talk to a girl, the girl is expecting him to come strong. And if he doesn't, he's not going to have much luck. But for me, that doesn't work. And I would say for women, if a man comes to you like that, I think that it's aggressive. And you can expect that in the relationship. And some women are fine with that, and that's what they want. But if you're not fine with that, then no.
I think there's a difference between applying pressure and being overly bold.
Yeah.
Like, at some point, you're doing too much.
So I know you talked about, like, Gavin, the lady was like, okay, I got somebody for you, I'm going to run away. And you ran away. Been there, done that, where, people are always trying to set you up and all that. How do you go about expressing to your friends, your families and all that this is not what you want? And do you do that in a polite way, and how is that done?
That's a good question. To answer your question, I don't think I can. Because as many times as I tell people, no, I'm not interested, mainly I think because they're Adventist Christians, they can't accept that fact. Because as a Christian, you're supposed to, leave your parents and become one with someone else, So the idea of living as a single Christian doesn't compute with people. It's almost as if they equate it to living a sinful life. They don't know what I'm doing, but there's like this assumption that you can't possibly live a pure life as a single person. So to say, and it's also, to be honest, when it comes to my parents, they want me to be happy. But in their mind, happiness means having someone to share your happiness with. So for me to say that I don't need that, I don't think it computes. So with the church, it's like, okay, can you live a pure life as a single person? Absolutely. With my parents, it's can you be fully happy being a single person? So as much as I might say I'm not interested, it doesn't. I don't think it computes. I think. Well, I do have a few friends that are not within the Christian sphere, but not many. But I think out in the world it would be more accepted than it is in the church.
Makes sense.
Well, Gavin,
I applaud you, and I am truly happy for you that you are happy in yourself, and it's nothing wrong with that. Because honestly, I was ready to be by myself, and I really didn't care what anybody else thought. You know, I was going to be single for the rest of my life, be a missionary. I mean, I just had it all planned. So I applaud you until this guy came, along. But that's wonderful. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that.